All right, so today we're going to look at additive angles. Now, when we see this, we're probably like, okay, it might be a little bit confusing, but I promise it's really, really simple. So let's think. Let's think about what we know. So let's start off with this one. Now, what do we know? I know that when we measure angles, we know that that vertex is going to always be my middle letter, okay? So I know that angle DBC is equal to 36 degrees, okay? Now, what else do I know? I know that angle ABC is 90 degrees because I remember what a 90-degree angle looks like. What I don't know what angle ABD is, but I could figure it out, okay? So angle ABD is a part of angle ABC. Also a part of ABC is DBC. So I can take this whole amount, these two angles combined, and I could subtract it from what I do know in order to figure out what angle ABD is. So let's do that. So I have 90, and I'm going to subtract 36. Now, 0 minus 6, I can't do it, so I know that I'm going to regroup. That 9 is going to turn into an 8, and 0 will turn into 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and last, 8 minus 3 is 5. So this angle, angle ABD, is 54 degrees. Now, how could I check my work? Of course, I can go back and I can add these two numbers together, 54 and 36, and I should be able to get the combined total of 90 degrees, which is the angle measurement for ABC. Now let's look at this one. This one might be a little bit confusing, but let's think about what we know, okay? So it's actually written a little bit differently. I know that this angle DBA is 120 degrees because it tells me right here, right? I know something else, even though I only see one number. I know that a straight angle is 180 degrees, okay? So I know that this angle and this angle should equal up to 180 degrees because it's a straight angle. ABC is a straight angle. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take 180 and I'm going to subtract 120, okay? 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 2 is 6, and we know that 1 minus 1 is 0. So that means that angle ABD, or you could say DBA, is 60 degrees. Now, how can I check my work? I can add 60 to 120, and I should get the total for a straight angle, which is 180 degrees. Now, let's look at something, and I'm probably going to scare some people, but let's look at this angle. Ooh. Now, when we look at this angle, there's a lot of letters, there's a lot of numbers, but let's think about it. Think about what we know. So I know a couple of things. I know that angle ABC is 130 degrees, okay? What else do I know? I know that angle ABD is 32 degrees. I know that angle EBF is 20 degrees, and I know that angle FBC is 35 degrees, okay? What I do not know is angle DBE, so this space here. So let's think about it. What could I possibly do? Now, I can take 130 and I could subtract all of these numbers, and what I should be left with is the measurement for angle DBE. Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to figure out what these angles are together first. So I'm going to take 32, I'm going to add it to 20, and I'm going to add that also to 35. So I'm going to get the measurement of the angles that we do know combined. I know that 2 plus 0 is still 2, and 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So that means this angle, and this angle is equal to 87 degrees. I still don't know angle DBE though, okay? So what am I going to do now? I'm going to take my total angle, 130 degrees, And I'm going to subtract it by the angles that we do know, which is 87 degrees. 0 minus 7 I can't do, so I'm going to regroup. That 3 turns into a 2. 0 is going to turn into 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 8, I can't do it. So I'm going to regroup. That 1 will turn into a 0. 2 will turn into 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. So that tells me that angle DBE is equal to 43 degrees. Now, how would I know? If I added all these numbers up, I should be able to get to 130. The next thing that when we see something like this, we need to think of is, okay, so now I know what this missing angle is, but what if they added one more detail to it? What if they asked me, or what if I was asked, what is angle ABE? So now I have ABE. That means these two angles. So I would need to add these two numbers up. If I were to add them up, I would get 75 degrees. Now the next thing is, what if they ask me what is angle DBF? So I would need to add these two numbers up together, and I would get 63. So when we see a problem like this, we need to keep in mind, especially when we don't know that angle, that we need to first find this angle, and then we just need to think logically. So find the unknown, then think logically about what are they really asking us, okay? And everything that encompasses it.